Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Oh yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go. It's Cobra Kai, y'all. Alright, that's right. You better start working on your kata. Alright? Better start training up because it's time. We're gonna be talking about that season 6 part 2. When I say we, I ain't by myself. I'm joined by the top dog in the Gulf Coast. This man sells more books than a little bit. I give to you. That's right. Coop of Blerd-ish. What's up?
What's up, y'all? I just want to give a special thank you. Since it's that time of the year, we're in the holiday season. I'm trying to get in the holiday season. Man, thank you to everybody who came by White Light Night. That is a very important, vendor holiday, if you will. For us in Baton Rouge, it's a cool event. Government Street, if y'all know it, or what's Mid-City, that's where my business is kind of based. Even though I don't have a brick and mortar, I pop up at several brick and mortars in there. I really appreciate the vibe of it, appreciate the people who started their Christmas shopping and all that, who got some black speculative fiction. People were buying for their boyfriends and their girlfriends, so it was all love on Friday.
That's what's up, man. That's what it's all about. Y'all get that holiday cheer. Now me, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Friday right after Thanksgiving, cause a brother got the playlist ready, y'all. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be ring ting tingling too. All right, I just can't wait. I got the playlist ready. I've been wanting, but I'm one of those people. I'm like, look, it's not. You got to give Thanksgiving a time. All right. You can't just be stepping all over Thanksgiving. I let Thanksgiving have a time, and then Friday, like right at midnight, then I can bust out the playlist.
I hate to tell you,
because some people be going from Halloween straight to Christmas, man.
I can't do that.
Let the turkey get their time, man. Let the turkey have his time.
It ain't even so much that I'm in South Louisiana. Let me say this: South Louisiana. It might be like 90 degrees right after Halloween or on the day of Halloween.
Well, I mean, I remember I was in LA for 12 years, so it's like I know it like, yo, man,
it don't work. It just don't work.
It's like it's 75 right now, so
ain't it no Christmas spirit?
It's 75 and clear, but you know what I'm saying. But it's funny because people still be putting on their little boots and stuff. I'll be like, yo, that's the Christmas cheer.
I have learned
the fake snow falling in Century City and stuff. You know what I mean? Hey,
the magic trick. I have avoided the Mariah Carey song already so far.
Oh man, look,
I've been out of the mall.
Mariah, I want Motown. I want Mariah. I want Boys to Men. Going to bring it on. Bring it. Look, let me get that Alexander O'Neal.
You got now. All right, I'll say this. I know this probably go. You can probably clip this. We might come back to this. My favorite song, holiday song. As I got noted, I love Alexander O'Neal. It just made me want to start dancing like I'm a part of the time. Be like sleigh ride.
Oh yeah, sleigh ride. That's right.
Gotta get your big trench coat. Get your hair done.
Oh yeah, get that nice little slicky do. You know what
I'm saying? You gotta stare at the camera like you too important. That was a time.
Yo,
Alexander O'Neal, look, sleigh ride be jamming, man.
Yo, sleigh ride is a hit. Like y'all, look on the real. Alexander O'Neal's whole Christmas album, it has like 0 skips, y'all. Like,
as you drink with it, it gets more and more jamming every year. Drink with it. I'm telling you, get drunk with it. Have a good time. Don't get too drunk.
Brother waiting for them hits to drop, man. Look, wait, Friday, I'm letting Thanksgiving have their time, but I'm telling you, Friday, it's on. It's on. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas time now. Yeah. All right, but yes, if you guys want some books, you want to get y'all, you know what I'm saying, literature on, holla at Coop, you know what I'm saying, link down below and all that. Get some books. You know what I'm saying? Support some black writers, some black artists, and also black creators, and get some books.
For you gaming folks, also listen to the previous episodes. Check out the homie Open Mind with a Y. Different things we talk about. And of course, check out our episode on beat 'em ups. A lot of dope stuff is coming. I promise you, if you need to get it off your chest and have some valid expressions, there ain't no better way. But December 10th, hey man, get that power. I'm getting that Power Rangers. I don't know about y'all, but
Reader's Rewind is on point.
And if you're listening and you play on Switch, holla at me, play with me.
All right. So, speaking of the game, you know what I'm saying? We got some kids. They're out here in the game. Oh, they ready to play. Oh, they ready to take it to the next level. And the Sekai Taikai, all right? They all out here doing their thing in the part two of season six, man. I'm gonna throw it to you real quick. What's your general perception, your initial reaction after watching the second part of season six?
Yo, this is the good thing that talking with folks like you, Mark, anybody who watches it, anybody who loves this show, who cares about it, listening to Double Toasted, sometimes you ask yourself, like, is this show actually good? Am I tripping? And then you realize, nope, they did it again. It's a good amount of cheese. It's a good
Yep.
amount of care. It's a good amount of nostalgia. It's a good amount of young stupidity. It's a good amount of old stupidity. It's just a good time overall.
Hmm.
It's
Let me get
something
let me get my karate soap opera every year. You know what I'm saying?
karate, bro. It's something that, back in 2020, just to give y'all some groundwork. Me and my wife never watched it. I didn't have YouTube Red, but I was able. I don't know if I was watching it through other means, and I got on it. It actually came out on DVD for the first two seasons from YouTube
Oh,
Red.
word?
So
Okay.
yeah, 'cause I work at a library, and it became a popular. It's kind of popular. Like, it was available. I don't know if I checked it out, or by the time I was gonna check it out, I think I checked it out, and then the YouTube deal, the Netflix deal dropped. So I was able to watch it, and pretty much the whole world was able to watch it because YouTube Red, rest in peace, it no longer exists. That was pretty much it was the banner show of YouTube Red. Netflix, there is such a thing called the Netflix effect, y'all. When a show is not as accessible, it get on Netflix, it can shoot to the moon,
Hmm.
especially a show that's like still in production and coming back.
Yep.
So it became it's an annual tradition. Me and my wife doesn't like we like some shows together. She like she know I like my weird nerdy stuff or anime. She's not into that. We don't miss this together. I got her into it. She's invested. So when they say something is like four quadrant, when men, women of all ages, old, young, can find something in a show, no matter how good quality it is, you got to hit.
Yeah, this I think Netflix super helped this show. Straight up.
Absolutely.
Because Netflix it it showed us that it wasn't the problem of the show, it was just the platform. People
Platform was terrible.
because no one's paying for YouTube Red. They just weren't.
No, it's just
And
like,
people already have Netflix. When people already have it, it's kind of like Tubi. There's so many people that already got it. They're like, you know what? Fine, I'll watch it. Let me see. And they're like, hey, this is this
oh,
is
you know
good.
what?
This is my like English. This is like my English telenovela of karate.
Actually, let me correct that. This is how I got to see the first two seasons because I bought YouTube TV. So there
Oh,
was
okay,
no,
okay.
so YouTube TV kind of trumped. They were like kind of phasing out
Yeah,
YouTube
they did. You're right. You're
Red,
right.
and it was just like, roll whatever you got, phase that into YouTube TV. It's the bigger thing, because I think they had a Google. They still a Google TV, but YouTube TV effectively is Google TV because it's owned by Google, but it's YouTube. The player going to work. They can brag on only other player that's is better than them is Netflix
Yeah,
with a
Netflix is
thing that
probably the
works
only other player
that's
better
as
than.
good or better.
Yeah.
So you got a cable channel that basically has YouTube format, but it looks just as good and it plays fast, plenty of options. So they put it in. They was able to couch it within YouTube TV. So that's where I saw it, I think.
Oh, okay, okay. Cause see, I didn't see it until Netflix, and I was like, you know what, this joint is all right. But my bad, going ahead.
Yeah. So it's just like YouTube Red, terrible idea. YouTube TV, vastly better idea. So it just shows you how the big boys will course correct. They will destroy something that isn't needed. And as y'all see, we got all these streamers now. We got maybe too many, but unfortunately, they're different companies. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Don't spec no mergers where there ain't no need of mergers.
Mm.
Netflix, YouTube, these things you shall never see. You'll never see Netflix probably go to Google willy-nilly. They'll probably rather die. Disney is not going to partner with nobody. WB need to partner with people, but they won't They kind of don't have to
And
because Discovery.
WB still
But actually, my
struggling with
bad.
DC.
Whoops, my bad. They actually did partner. They gave up, and Netflix took all their stuff damn there. So they like, all right, we still got Max. I don't know why you need to buy Max, but sure. Other than like for the Penguins, a few things when they go back to the HBO stamp on it. So, but other than that, like the whole catalog of stuff flowed through Netflix, and that's if they're gonna retake up the license. Otherwise, if Netflix don't retake up the license for the stuff they got, that stuff gonna die. They're gonna put that on the vine. It's gonna disappear.
Straight up
They don't want
language, bruh.
Yeah, like it's just not going to be there because DC don't know what it's doing for a while.
Yeah,
It might get better. Might get better.
I saw
Excuse me,
Shouts to,
WB don't know what it's doing.
yeah, that's true.
I don't want to say DC. And just side
WB
note,
don't know what it's doing with DC.
but WB will do some stupid stuff and do
Because
some
it's
bad
weird.
stuff.
It's like the WB makes movies that like win Oscars and stuff like that. So they know
But
how to make a movie. It's like whenever they go to make a DC movie, it's like the power of good movie making leaves them. Like what someone needs to do is just write a movie that's like a DC movie, but don't say it's a DC movie, right? And let them make the movie, right? And then be like, haha, it's Superman in it. Like,
not to dogpile WB, but I will give them a shot before we get back to it. They actually have saved inside the NBA. They're now going to license it out to because the NBA is going to NBC. Of course, Disney renewed their contract smartly. Amazon has it. So now WB got the best pregame show, which I don't care about pregame shows because they all get on my nerves. But I get it. I'm a little weird that way. Mark will laugh at me about it. I don't care. I don't need no pregame show because sometimes Shaq and them just be mumbling. But I know people love that show. They save their jobs. I don't know if Barkley's still going to retire. So it's like WB might be still losing the NBA, but they're going to produce the inside the NBA show and other sports shows. They're weird. WB is so freaking weird. But they needed that win. The NBA is like, all right, y'all want to have some ties. Like, yo, you cannot punk rich people when you are the poorest rich person. I'll just say that. It don't work. And the NBA called their hands. I'll just say that. Called their bluff.
Anyway, let's get
back to the real stuff.
Let's leave WB alone. When they make a show as good as this, then we can get back to him. But when WB through DC makes a show as good as this, then we can get back to it.
Yeah.
Oh man, but on my end, when I got back into this, I ain't going front. It felt like meeting an old friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're back. We're right back where we're supposed to be. We open up where when they first get to Barcelona, and it's the shenanigans already start. Like you got the kids, they're like staring at each other across the. Did you know? Like all the cool stuff that you need. Robbie's dealing with trying to be a leader, and everybody's looking at him. You got the whole show off thing at wherever they were, some kind of like aquarium or something. Like it's just everything that you need. And then you have like wild stuff like Daniel getting kidnapped. Like this show brings Patti LaBelle got so just so anyone listening, I forgot, I've been calling the dude on the Cobra Kai team that has a little blowout hairstyle, I've been calling him Patty because he got the Patti LaBelle blowout, but he's not really Patty. I can't remember the boy name, but whatever his name is, the main arrogant bad guy.
I like to say he got
Kai.
the Asian Karen.
Yeah, the Asian Karen. Like he ends up killing himself on accident. Like this show has everything. You got Devon, like coming clean to Kenny. Like Silver comes back, he's in the hot tub. Like this show is wild.
This is the karate Fast and the Furious. You always ask the question, man, how they gonna top themselves? And then a boy kills himself by literally falling on his own dagger. You know what I'm saying?
You got the crazy karate dojo that was juicing come back out of nowhere, straight like sucker punch the dude, then a whole brawl breaks out. It's on camera. Like, bro, this show has everything.
Like,
it has everything in such a good way.
You just don't know what's gonna happen, but you should like. I don't know how I still got when a brawl breaks out. I don't know why I did not expect it to happen. The
Well, because
brawl is
we're
tradition.
thinking like, all right, this is the last episode of this part. Cool. They're gonna set up. They're gonna get ready for like these last matches and everything, and it's gonna be the big showdown for the last piece, and that's what they're gonna set up. So that's not even in your mind. Also, those characters were so small. I think they might have had like one line
Nobody
before it.
had it in their mind that the people that they kicked out, you think they're gone.
Yeah.
And then he just whopped. Then he like just punched in the mouth. I'll go and I want to go, and just everybody start fighting for no reason. Like it's like
it was like the Boondocks where Robbie said, "All you got to do is throw a chair."
But when you think about it, I will say it looks like no reason. But if you've been in competition kicking each other in the head, and you got a bunch of people that might not be savory, want to take some free shots on people, all hell break loose. Yeah. So it's like, okay, which a lot of the characters who had storylines, oh boy, Asian Karen, to do with the Asian Karen kit, from Cobra Kai, he wanted to take it out on everybody he can get his hands on. So
yeah, because dude picked up the knife. I was like, yo, you wilding right now when he picked up the knife. But I was like, all right. So we got so much. We got Queen Zara doing the TikTok thing. Like this works so well. So I'll go in and get into the show. I guess, how you want to talk? You want to talk about just different moments, or you want to go characters? How you want to do it? Because I'm just freeform. I'm cool. This show is so wild. I don't mind what we talk about. I love it either way.
We can do a combination of characters and moments, because I got a bone to pick with one of our lead characters. They cool. Finally.
Let's start with that. Let's start with the bone to pick. What you got?
Daniel's son.
Daniel's son.
I ain't happy. Man. I ain't happy with that.
Let me get ready to defend Daniel real quick, y'all.
Don't defend this as a grown man. Don't defend, like, for real. I'm gonna do Daniel.
Daniel ain't did nothing.
Daniel did everything wrong, and this is why. Daniel in real life, Ralph, homie, you like 60 something. I know in thing you like 50 something. He old enough to know better. Quit running behind a dead man legacy who helped raise you like a surrogate father. You ain't got to know everything that man did. You ain't got to be all up in his business. Even Chosen don't know. They people don't know. We don't know exactly why he killed that man at the thing. You are too grown, and you got a loving wife I love the running gag that used to be like, oh, she ain't divorced you yet? Why you running behind all this stuff? Oh, cool. That's why you got a good wife. The fact
real quick, I started rewatching Cobra Kai from the beginning. In season 1, like Daniel's cousin messes up Johnny's car. So his wife is like, look, just get him a new car and he'll be out of your life forever. I literally busted out laughing.
Like, yeah, you rich enough to do it, bro. Just get him out of it.
Like, that dude ain't going nowhere.
Use common sense. Like, this is, look, when you find a good woman, you findeth a good thing. Mm-hmm. Just as the Bible good book says, not to get biblical, but this is a shout out to Mrs. LaRusso. She is like
she does try to bring reason. She
is the reason to so many things, from her getting Kenny and getting her and her son to squash it, getting on her son's butt for finally, like, all right, I love how she said, yo, this kid, his mom got to work nights, his dad is overseas, and they don't even mention, I know they just like, all right, his brother been in and out of juvie or jail, and it's like, he alone, you are rich and spoiled and entitled, bro, go over there and apologize. Even if you ain't did it, you started this, you had no business starting it. And you laughing at this, sharing, excuse my language, the shit butt memes. I love it, shit butt. I mean, just it's funny. But shout out to her. So she's wonderful.
Yeah, I wish she would be doing. I mean, Mrs. LaRusso is fine. She ain't like, she don't be tripping.
Yeah, but what she need to do is like, all right, Danny, this is it. You don't will. All right, Danny, like, you done found the bloody thing. You done looked into it. You done hit a dead end. You almost died because you're such a sucker, because that you fell into this, and your enemies know this, and you shouldn't even be developing, get these international enemies for
All right,
various
now
reasons.
let me defend Daniel for a second. You're not wrong, but I also understand his almost, especially at this point, since he's been loving Miyagi and the memory of Miyagi so long, it's almost this need to prove or make sure, even in your mind, that he's quote clean. Like,
But
like there's no way my karate daddy could be dirty. He's got to be clean, and I'm gonna prove it to every. It's like, bro, you
here's
don't
the
have to
thing.
prove it to
You
us.
don't have to
You
prove
don't
it.
have
First
to
of
prove it.
here's the thing. We done seen 4 movies of Miyagi being a great guy to two different kids, him
Yep.
and Hilary Swank.
Yep.
You ain't got to. It's
Did they ever
kind
bring
of
back Hillary? I'm trying to remember. Did they ever bring back?
hell no. Hillary ain't coming back to this.
Look, nah, Hillary, Hillary. I know you watched the show. Come on back for that last part of the season 6. Come on,
Hillary got too much going on.
Hillary. Like I'm
Hillary,
a
like I'm famous. I've already won an Oscar. Come on, man.
She's like, I'm good.
Like I'm straight. Y'all got it. Like I got away from all of this. Karate damage. But because really, what she gonna do? I mean, I guess she could do something, but
She could come in. All you need is like, say somebody go to punch somebody, and you see somebody catch the fist before, and you scale back, and it's like, oh.
I'm just gonna say this: Hillary probably would cost as much as the whole cast do. So
that's cold.
I mean, you just keep it a buck. I mean, at least half of the cast. So the answer to that is gonna probably be a resounding hell no.
We can just get her on a day shoot, just one day. Come on, Hillary, bring it back.
Get her on a Zoom video and be like, hey, maybe,
not Zoom.
Maybe, a Zoom video. You know when they used to do the cheap things and the person ain't there, but they have the video. They used to do it with Tiny from Friday, Debo, on a couple of like independent movies, and he wasn't there in the studio. He was just talking from a video. I've seen it. I promise you, it's terrible. Just have Zoom. Like you can now have the technology. Just make her like a dojo owner. Like, hey, Miyagi was important to me. Hey, Tori. Once they all resolve this, hey, Tori, hey, come to my dojo and come work out. Just maybe do something like that, and that's gonna still cost you half of what this cast make. But but still, I'm just gonna say, Daniel, gotta let it go because it's if they're using it against you, it's dangerous. You can get your family in trouble. You could have legit died being stuck in a dog kennel, and if you didn't have karate skills,
my bad.
You just would have been out of ish out of luck. So
you could have died.
You could have died. And what if they like, all right, man, we're gonna kidnap your daughter, we're gonna kidnap everybody, we're gonna kidnap your team, y'all about to be a tragedy. Because
to your point, you have to ring the alarm, Daniel. Like he came back, he comes back. Sam's like, all right, where were you? What happened? He's like, you know what? It's a long story, not important. No, it's mad important. You were kidnapped, dude. They tried to kill you. I don't think there's anything more important right now than the fact that you got kidnapped and almost killed, and that all these other kids are in the same danger you are.
Folks, this is where keeping it real goes wrong, or trying to be a macho guy. Yo, tell your wife, tell your daughter, tell Johnny, tell everybody, because you don't tell them, and then what if they kids get kidnapped or whatever? Now eventually it works itself out like a karate showdown movie, and it's like, all right, we're not in reality until somebody dies, which is somebody died. So, but it's just like, even Johnny was like, when they was on the beach, and I agree, this is one of the few times I was 100% in with Johnny. I can't repeat what he said, but he's like, stop being a little, all right, can you please stop it? I need you, your team needs you, we need you, bro.
Yeah.
Get your butt in the game here for these kids right now. Quit living in the past. It was a different time. That man might have had to kill for self-defense.
He was in the Kumite, man.
It was the 1950s in Japan, war-torn. Japan's getting over war.
Like, yo, people, man, it's wild.
And then he's a master of. And then here's the thing. Remember, in I think it was in movie 2, and then back in Chosen when he came back into this series, that Miyagi Do, even though he found balance, it's actually a murder. He has some murderous art in there. So obviously he killed a guy. It's
I,
already been
I
proven.
imagine this, Ralph. I mean, sorry, imagine this, Daniel-san. I Miyagi is like an old Ryu. I He's like an old Ryu. I He wanted to turn his life around, turn his life around, give his life to Christ. You know what I'm saying? But he had to kill a man. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of the dark Hado came through, and then he had to, you know what I'm saying? He had to, get everything straight.
What
It's
if that
like,
man was trying to kill him and it's like they had some eternal beef? Is either killed or be killed. It might have just been that match. They already said it was different back then. People sometimes died in these more less regulated matches. They wasn't using like mat. You know, they had like some
yeah,
mats, but do you think the mats was like as
man, that
padded and
joint was just a
soft? Now,
hardwood floor. That joint,
man, you might crack your head. You know, just fall down. Bloop. He did. Get him out of here. What can you do? You signed the waiver for him. Not saying that's right. I'm just
yeah.
saying in the 50s,
I mean, shoot,
60s,
even in boxing now, they still you sign that form like, hey, I could die in the ring.
yes. In post World War II Japan, in the country, think about it, this was what Aqua. Well, no, they used to travel, but I guess it rotated. But if it was in Japan, you don't know. It may not be in Tokyo. It might have been on a remote island. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
That's just like saying stuff happens when it's a
He
contact
said stuff happens.
violent sport like boxing or karate.
Right. He was in the
People
Kumite. Like, you
can
know how
die.
it gets down. You
So
know what I'm saying? You know
Daniel,
the deal in Kumite?
so just as a character, Daniel pissed me off this season with that part. He really did. It's like
Yeah, I
I've been defending Daniel and the whole joke about, oh, maybe Daniel started. No, I've been on
nah,
Daniel's
Daniel
side.
definitely did not
I've
start it.
been on Daniel's
It's
side.
clear he didn't start it.
Shout out to Sherry because last time she was on here. I know how she likes the bad guys. Shout out to the homie Ninja Saba.
It's
But
funny because in season one they try to show it from Johnny's perspective when he tells
but
the story to
this
Miguel.
but this season, I'm like, bruh, leave that man's ghost alone. Quit, just quit being annoying, Daniel. We took up for
Yeah.
you, but bruh, come on, you
I
almost died.
Yeah, you almost
Almost.
died. I get it. I get the obsession with trying to make sure because you've lived your life on this premise that Miyagi is one thing. And now you find out, oh, hold on. Miyagi might have killed a guy. But just because he killed the guy doesn't mean that he's a killer. Doesn't mean he's a murderer. He, we it's not like we don't know if he went into the match like I can't wait to kill this man. Like we don't know if it was just like a certain hit or something happened and like hey, the human body is weird. The human body can take massive amounts of pain and power and pressure, and then also you can trip and hit your head and you're gone. Like it's just the human body is weird. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what it was, but I understand him living this idea of who Miyagi was. But remember, you knew Miyagi at it's kind of like when you find out that like your uncle that you love so much and you were like, yo, uncle, he taught me all the lessons about being a man and being a good man. And then you find out he was in the game back in the day. Like he sold drugs, you know what I'm saying? He killed a dude, he did all, but you gotta remember, this is like 50 years before you met him.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like it's like a lifetime before. Like, yeah, your favorite uncle maybe used to hustle the streets, but now you know what I'm saying? He's learned from that. He's changed, and now, of course, now I mean, I guess someone could say it's
especially
real easy now that you want to live this good life, but
if it's
it's
already been
understandable.
if he went through and rehabilitated, it's like okay,
Yeah,
understand it. Like we got people. Well, I ain't gonna go deep into it, but I'll just use somebody like Karl Malone. He never suffered for his actions. His image is getting blasted now, but ain't nothing happening to him, and he's scot free because it
really?
really.
What Carmelo do?
I mean, come on, you just Google it, bro. Just Karl
All
Malone.
right, all right. I
Karl Malone is just it's
apologies,
just
guy. I have no idea. I don't follow Carl Malone, so I don't know what he did. But
he's just a terrible parent, and when you have kids with underage with people who ain't legal,
oh, okay, okay.
who wind up hating your guts and just being a terrible parent. Just but like the generation now is rightfully digging into his. I think they're giving him the business here and there, but ain't nothing gonna happen to him. So it's just like Daniel. I think Miyagi has earned a place with the angels, if you will. Like he literally saved you, saved other people, and he also had his demons from the war. The man had like in episode. If you go back and watch movie one, he got drunk and was singing that sad song or whatever. He been through some stuff, and he actually had to still work. He was still working on himself when we met Mr. Miyagi, and he kind of worked on himself by making Daniel better. Because I think if he
Yep.
had kids, he had to leave them, or they are no longer
Yep.
with us. So he didn't. He's if a lot of people forget this post-war stuff that happened with
Yeah.
Miyagi. He went
And
through a
also
lot.
remember, and people have to remember Miyagi, like for instance, you might be say you're listening to this podcast, say you're like 18 or 20 or 25 or 30 or whatever it is. Like I'm pretty sure you were a certain way, or there might even something simple. There might be a food that you loved when you were 18 and now you're 30, you're not even interested in that food. You can
I
extrapolate that to different things. You might have liked a certain type of car, or you might have liked a certain type of, video game or man or woman or whatever it is, and that's just not your thing anymore. And that's completely normal and natural for you to grow through stages. Hopefully, as we
yes,
grow, we're getting better. And when I mean better to ourselves and better to those around us in an honest and earnest way. But, it's that could be said for, Mr. Miyagi too. Maybe at that time when he fought, he might have been like, maybe this guy disrespected me, or I have to show that my style is just as dangerous as anyone else. Who
again,
knows?
1950s Miyagi has just served in World War II, I think,
Hmm.
and he was young, and he just started getting into his old age in the 80s or something like that. Or he either served in, if it's not World War II, he served in the Korean War or something like that.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
know.
like that's
You know,
that's why like you look at it and you're like, yo, man, this I get it, you know what I'm saying? But come on, Daniel,
like
like
we not gonna know
just
all of
let
Miyagi's past. We just
let
not gonna
his
know.
past, or if we know it, sometimes we just gotta let it live.
You
It's
gotta
just
let
gotta,
it be.
yeah, gotta let
I'm
it
just
be.
saying,
Now, if
individually,
he's the same man he was back then cool. But if you've seen he's changed, sometimes you just gotta let it go.
yes, if he's putting in the work to be a non-violent offender, if you will, but I have to say it like that. But if he's not going around beating up karate dojos and breaking their legs and destroying a dojo, then you know what? He was a recluse, living to himself, not wanting to be bothered.
Chilling out, you know what I'm saying? Teaching kids karate.
I
But
mean, I'm just saying.
oh, I did want to also give a shout out to Chad McQueen because they gave him a quick memorial at the end of like I think like
Yeah,
episode 6 or so. So Chad McQueen, like
yeah.
when I
All
saw his picture, I was
these,
like, oh man,
yeah, bro. All of them are passing. Some of them was sick. That's the second one to go. It's just amazing. Johnny is still here, man. But of course, I
yeah.
think Johnny was the youngest, believe it or not, of
Ooh,
all of
okay,
them.
okay.
So it kind
But
of makes
yeah, it
sense.
so all right, since you brought him up, I do wanna jump and bring up good old well for Dub, you there? You here, Dub?
I think he dipped out
All
and
right, he
listened.
might. So, all right, I want to bring up good old Kenny because Kenny, I think, needs some shine. He didn't get a lot of shine in, what I'm saying, in this season. He didn't get a lot of chance because I mean, there's tons of stuff going on. But I want to give Kenny shine. Here's why. He had all on the real. Now, of course, it was written this way, but he had all the reason in the world to be like, Mrs. LaRusso, you know what? Look, you ain't never did nothing wrong to me, but just know I ain't getting up, I ain't going nowhere, and I ain't doing nothing for none of y'all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? As nice as, because actually, Miss LaRusso, I don't think she's been mean to anybody.
No, she's been.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think she's been mean. So it's like, honestly, Mrs. LaRusso, you're great, you're awesome, but I ain't getting no plan for nobody. Especially after what that hashtag done. Who knew? Who knows how far that hashtag
First
done
of
gone?
all,
That boy
shout
probably
out,
can't even go to school no more.
shout out to Kenny when idiot Dan, what's his name? What's his Larusso's kid son name?
Ah, man, I cannot remember his son's name right now. Keep going, I'm gonna find it.
But yeah, LaRusso Jr. And he comes in there and then he's like, "Well, I'm sorry that I'm apologizing for something I didn't do, blah blah blah. He's like, look, bro, get out of my face, blah blah blah. And then he said something stupid, and he punched him. I'm like, thank you, Kenny. He popped him. He
Yeah,
could have popped you harder because Kenny, when you got the Cobra Kai juice in you, you get really amped up. Remember how he was beating him up, and he was making him cry.
yeah.
Man,
Anthony LaRusso.
Anthony.
Anthony, that's his name.
So I'm just saying.
Oh, and in
Anthony,
season 1, Anthony is a. He is a. I don't think you should beat your kids, but Anthony LaRusso, he needs some stern discipline. In season 1,
he was a spoiled, rich, young elementary kid, which is funny how the break it. I was just talking to somebody about the break in between the YouTube Red years until YouTube picked it. Netflix picked it up. Like Anthony became a whole other person.
Yeah, because
he was
in season 1 and
short
2,
and chunky, and then he's tall and skinny. And they actually joked about it. Like when Johnny said, "You stop eating the Whopper Juniors, huh?" He was like, It's just like, hey, you tall. Like, yeah, he's a teenager now, so it's like this ain't just they pretend like it's the next day or the next few weeks. But like, nah, bro, it's been like a whole 5-6 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a minute because the show kind of got dropped, then picked up. So it's like, it's been a while. But yeah,
I'll just say this:
Kenny then came through at a very pivotal point. At another point that I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna let you drop knowledge on Kenny. But like Kenny, he came through, and even through the temptation to be with Silver, even through the ability to say, I'm not even going to be involved, he still had enough care, enough consideration for his once teammates to say, you know what, I'm going to come through in the clutch and I'm going to help them out. When honestly, they didn't, in my opinion, deserve his help whatsoever.
They absolutely did not. But because this is, again, the Karate Kid,
yep,
it's simple. Karate soap opera. I mean, he's just been a wonderful character. He's been interesting. He's a latchkey kid. I know he's alone. His brother, I can relate to a smidge of that. Your older brother isn't around or a little bit in trouble, and you got to figure it out yourself. And then he didn't have a friend. Dad is just gone. Dad is just fighting this country's war, this good old country. But he just wherever Dad is at, just one video of him. Dad, let's just say Dad don't exist. I know he exists, but he don't. Mom barely exists. She just haven't realized. I mean, she got to work. Kitty's life could really be its own show and soap opera if you really dipped out into it. But since this is to keep it, light, I love the way, again, the conversation that he was nice enough to Mrs. LaRusso and be like, hey, this is why. And let me explain my situation. Shout out her to, again, for listening. And then just talking with the young man. And then, her son was about to get his face crushed in, rightfully so. But she's like, look, y'all, Carmen is possibly dying. Help out, please. And she didn't have to do that.
Now, in Anthony's defense, I hate to say this, but this is the one time he actually did.
He has a point. He has a point.
Imagine someone coming up to you and be like, you need to apologize for it. You're like, what are you talking about? I didn't do this. So I can kind of understand his side, even though Anthony has gotten on our nerves many times, but it's like, dang, he kind of didn't do that this time.
At the same time, let's give Anthony needed a little comeuppance and a little humbling, because he was really terrible to Kenny, and Kenny deserved to crush his face in many a times. And in real life, Kenny, I know it gets really ugly for Kenny if he would have acted the way he did, unfortunately. Oh, you got a lot of background noise going on there, sir.
Oh, Dub, he trying to get it right. He gonna be all right.
All right, yeah, I don't know, Dub.
Kenny,
here everywhere.
It's weird because Kenny went through this point where I was like, yeah, that's right, Kenny, get him. And then it turned to the point where okay, I think you got him, Kenny.
Yeah, you can't beat, unfortunately in this society, you can't beat certain people who deserve it too bad, but it was at least a light love tap to the face. But shout out to you know what? I'm gonna do Anthony real quick. Shout out to Anthony for getting it and for knowledge sinking in and him growing up and drinking all the diarrhea, whatever that was called. That just sound nasty.
Yeah, Anthony drinking basically the diarrhea, like I don't know, the laxative or whatever. Like
Man.
Anthony did step up. He did step up and say, you know, all right, look, my mom's right. There's stuff that's more important between me and you, and you know,
I want this to be
even
over.
Though I didn't
like,
do this, I did do things wrong.
Yeah, and
so
it needs to be over.
You know, it needs to be over. It needs to be done.
Yeah, you know, like we can't keep going on with this because the show is literally ended. So you know, let's go out where they just don't like. If I'm the actor, I'll be like, hey man, don't make me so. Give me something. Like, don't have Anthony just be completely hated because you know Anthony ain't go. This ain't going to continue with him. And I think Daniel getting a Karate Kid movie, another one. I doubt Anthony comes back.
No.
You know, we don't need him.
But I mean, shouts to I'll say, and jumping off of Anthony LaRusso, since we're touching on like the smaller characters, Devon for making the call. Now, I mean, one person could, or one, you know, kind of perspective is she had to come clean. You know what I'm saying?
She had to come clean because she was a scrub out there. And I'll say this again. And Ninja, if you listening, we've been justified. Devon wasn't washing nothing up. I'm talking to you, Sherry. Devon was not what she was getting punked out there when they was stealing her flags. She was too busy clock watching. She wasn't following through the plays, like we say, and she go over there embarrassing herself, getting spun off the balance boards, and then talking spicy. And Sam had to be like, "Excuse you, you getting kicked off the beam in 10 seconds, so I think you should shut up and know your place, scrub."
Oh man,
me and Sam would have had to caught around right there.
But she wasn't wrong though.
Oh, man.
She wasn't wrong.
Hey, no, but she would have caught around for being right, so right.
She was so right. I would have had to.
I think got spun off the platform. What's your excuse for me hitting you in your jaw?
Like, it's a trip because I actually like Devon as a character. She's kind of cool.
She was cool until she wasn't.
She was thinking it up, man. Oh man.
If you're gonna steal a position, you know. I'm not even gonna make.
I mean, she finally came clean, even though she sort of had to.
There is a long tradition in this country of people being awarded positions that they are not worthy of and have no qualifications to serve in. So Devon ain't the first.
And they don't look like me and you. And they don't look like me and you. But anyway,
at least
I'll just say that part.
At least Devon did give him a call and kind of broke down why she did it and everything. And Kenny was like, you know what? You know, cool, no problem. I was worried that he was going to be like, I'm coming here to like take you down or something. But he was like, no. He was like, you know what? Look, it's over. It's done. You know what I'm saying? We crew and that's it kind of thing. So
I mean, she stepped down. She just couldn't leave, but she stepped down, so she couldn't participate no more, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Even though that, let's address this now real quick. TV time. Usually I don't bug by it, but I gotta agree with Mike. I gotta agree with Mike on the TV time. I know that it's quicker to fly overseas from California, but this is ridiculous. Y'all.
They flew to LA and back to Barcelona, I think in like one episode.
And picked up a person. I know they got different flights, but picked Kenny up along the way and got him on the plane.
For anyone who might be listening, I got some UK listeners. You know what I'm saying? There's not many, but hey, yo, UK, feel free to share the brother video. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out there. You know what I'm saying? Fish and chips and all that. Much love to y'all. But look, hey, if y'all don't know the US like that, it's about an 8-hour flight from California to Virginia, or Virginia, say DC, or BWI, which is Baltimore, Maryland. So it's a 7-hour flight to like Atlanta. So that's 8 hours to the coast, from coast to coast. That's 8 hours itself. It's another 8 hours to get over the ocean. because at least from like JFK to London Heathrow, or from BWI to London, all those flights are like 8 hours. And if you want to go to like Paris or France, or sometimes you have to go through London, or if you fly straight, you're talking about like 10, 12 hour flights. The
Bruh. Just to fly
bruh,
from
we
New
didn't even add in
Orleans,
waiting in customs, that long line and stuff. Like, so TV time hooked us up.
flying from for my honeymoon from New Orleans to, let's see, I don't know if we stopped. No, we only had one flight. I don't know. I don't think we stopped in Dallas, or maybe we went to Dallas, but no, I think we did go to Dallas and then we flew to Hawaii. That still was a 10-hour flight. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Man, look,
it's ridiculous.
them
Like,
flights,
and
them
you
flights
feel
be
it.
long, and you gotta wait in TSA or wait in customs. That customs line be long. All right, so it's, shouts out to TV time, but like, bruh, I'm like, hold up, did they just go to California and come right back?
It's
Like,
like,
how?
bro, your body just ain't gonna be ready, and then much less. All right, I'm gonna go from Barcelona to Los Angeles, or to the Valley. All right, you fine? All right, cool. Just want to check on you. All right, bye. Then you gonna get ready to like go back and fight in the tournament. Like,
Yeah, like you're not gonna be jet lagged at all. You're not gonna be tired. You're not gonna want to sleep for at least a full day.
I
Like,
know they're young, but good lord, or
bruh, like, cause
youngish.
I'm gonna be honest, that time difference be messing with you. Like, like
Yeah,
you'll be
time
like,
difference.
why am I up like fresh, and ready to go? It's like 3 a.m. It
You
takes
have
like a couple
lived
days to get that off and like regulate.
2 days in one day, 2 whole days in one day. You did like the time change for you, and it's like literally you see the sun somewhere else, and you just saw it set on the other side of the world because the world is round. So that's how that works. Because people love to
Oh
tell you
yeah,
to,
because
you know, so,
you can't fly in a straight line.
'cause-
Yo,
so
when Johnny said, "Let me get him home quicker," I was like, "What is he talking about?" When
Yeah,
he said,
I I thought he was gonna have something insightful to say.
"Me
That's such a
too."
yeah, like look at the flight path you're taking. That's not a straight line. Why are you going around the corner, buddy?
going
Oh
on the curvature
man,
of the earth.
it's
I was
like
like,
it's
no. I grit my teeth so hard when he said nigga,
he
like
was
I
so
cringed.
serious. I love Johnny because he's so stupid and awesome at the same time. But
He's
it's like
awesomely stupid.
bruh, it's this is straight based on the way the Earth curves. It's round, bruh. So it's not straight, but it also is straight. Also, we're not the only plane in the sky.
My thing
There's
is
called
this:
there's a thing called berths. You need
we
flight
have
berths, which means this plane
curves.
has to be X amount of distance from this plane because there's a wind, like a wind wake. Like when you're in a boat, that air can still affect other, just the same the waves from a boat can. So we got to make sure that airplanes are a certain distance for one another, like when they take off, when they land, stuff like that, so they don't interfere with one another. Different heights
Mike,
in the air, all that stuff. Like Johnny,
you
come on,
just
man.
you just did like characters on the series. Like I could see his eyes glazing over as you explain
Bruh,
that
He's
or
like
because
blah blah
or
blah
let's
blah
explain
blah
this
blah.
easier.
he,
You're
he
going
ain't gonna
slow.
get it, bro.
Here's the
He ain't gonna
easiest way
get
to
it.
put it. You've seen a bird fly, and you know how they don't necessarily fly straight. They have to float and move with the wind. That's how the same thing a plane works. That's what we're mimicking, fool.
Yeah, like we constantly are checking like the weather and like the wind patterns and wind shear and all that stuff. Like there's a lot of science
We
that goes
I
into it.
mean, y'all, yeah, he looked at that picture and he didn't get it.
he squinted
Everything
at it.
you're saying
He
is a
said,
bull.
"I'm gonna get us home faster."
He
That picture,
squinted at it, bro.
that picture was right. Yo, that picture was real simple. There was, there was no complex. There was nothing to figure out, and yet he looked at it and that's what he figured.
I
Look at
mean,
this pattern.
to be fair, folks, in their TV time, Johnny is the dude who just finally got off the mat for being a bum for several years. He's
Yeah,
about what maybe 2 years.
because it's been like 2
years.
years from the start of the season. I mean, start of the show, maybe 2 or 3 years, because
Two,
they're still in. They're like just leaving high school now.
yeah, they haven't even left. They're their senior year. Remember?
Oh yeah, they're senior year. So yeah,
So they haven't even graduated yet.
Oh man, but yeah,
they're all 17. Wink,
yeah,
wink.
their TV time is real. Like it, their TV time is serious. But, but with that said, I'm gonna move on to just. I want to see what is your perspective on the snitching or not snitching of the dancing with the girl at the restaurant?
I mean, I'm not gonna take it too serious, because I don't really care about Dimitri too much. He's funny, but I mean,
Because like Hawk
I don't
kind
think
of snitched on it,
I don't think he
but
snitched
it wasn't
on
like
purpose.
a full snitch.
It's just some stupid.
He forgot about it.
It was a dry snitch.
It was a dry
It was a
snitch.
dry snitch. It was unintentional.
I-
It was him.
I'm
I would be mad if I was Dimitri
I-
and like you were careless, and as a result of you being careless, you
As-
got me busted out. But
as-
also, it's like he said, "Hey, don't
be
do
honest.
scummy stuff, and you won't be caught doing scummy stuff."
I'm gonna just keep
True
it a
that.
buck. Dimitri ain't important enough for me to care that the girl
Oh.
broke up with him. It's
You
like,
don't-
okay,
you don't-
cool.
You don't like the binary bros? Even when they came back, they came
They-
back like Voltron. You know
They
what I'm
work together, but I don't give a damn about that girl breaking up with him. It's like, cool, okay.
saying? Oh yeah,
It's
she
like,
was
it was-
also whack in season 1, boy. Like she has changed a lot.
I mean,
Season 1, she was rough.
I still think she
She
gonna get back with him.
arcs. Character
she gonna
arcs
get back
in our
with him.
kung fu, or I mean our karate soap opera.
I just want, I'm gonna say this is nice, bring them back before the end of the show, just because. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't let them
boy.
get back together.
Yeah, they do kind of need their happy ending.
Shout out to Moon. I'm a Moon fan, and I'm gonna leave it at
Yeah,
that.
because Moon was, even in season 1, Moon was always like, "Hey, look, we were mean for making fun of Aisha. We were mean for making fun of Sam and making her do these things. We need to stop." And the other girl, I can't remember her name now. Can I remember it? She was like, "Well, I don't care. If you want to stay with them, Moon, fine." And she left. So Moon actually was the first one to be like, "You know what?"
I mean,
You know,
Moon went
we
through a
are
lot of things with dating situations. She Moon was, hey, Moon. Just rewatch it, y'all. Just like, without even putting it there, but as far as
Yeah,
just like Moon is like in her own show, but it works with this show.
Yeah, Moon. Like I
Moon-
like her. She was nice, man. She actually
Moon-
decided to change her ways.
Was like in an episode of Degrassi is what she was doing, and then she just her Degrassi worked to work for them.
Shouts
So-
to Degrassi, y'all.
So
This is like a better Degrassi with karate. Like, oh, also back on the flight thing, the flight attendant was she was a little too mean for no reason. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
necessary. It wasn't necessary. But anyway, on the dry snitch of it all. So all right, he was dry snitching, won't on purpose. Like, cause well, I'll say I was in this situation, a similar
Oh.
situation before.
oh,
And I remember
okay,
being
Mike.
mad because I remember being mad. I didn't dry snitch, but I was like, bruh, I don't want to know you doing this. Because see, when I know you doing this, that means I know you doing this. And if ever come out that I know, then people going to be mad at me. You can't do this in a circle of friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to do this outside a circle of friends and then make sure I don't know. Like, I don't want to know.
I'm gonna
this.
just say this. You
I
got a
don't wanna
point.
know this.
I'm gonna just say this, but see, if you're a real binary brother, you be like, what's going on, huh? Like, oh, be like, give Mark Dub the wink wink. I be like, I only see nothing. I'm about to go get me another
look.
drink.
You ain't even got to worry about getting Mark Dub. Wink, wink. Mark Dub fly straight, so he ain't got to get nobody else
Yep.
in trouble.
And then
Black
Keith
men
Cooper's
don't cheat.
already
Black men
in
don't
the,
cheat.
I'm in the bathroom, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just there getting ready for karate and being a good person and enjoying my drinks as a 17-year-old, and I'm drinking a whole
Yeah, 'cause
lot
I
of
was
drinks.
like, are they allowed to drink? I was
I
like,
mean,
what's-
in
what's
in real
Spain's
life,
rules?
18 probably, so they still illegal, but they
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
I
but
think- I think
they
they-
were
yeah.
overseas. Overseas, they might have been able to drink at that age.
but they 17 though. They're not even
Well,
18.
Oh, you can
Speaking of
drink
that,
at like 14 in Germany, so
let's go in it. Let's go in and talk about the drinking then, because they probably thought they was full grown adults because these
They
kids look
old.
grown.
Yeah, because they old. Wait, have you seen Robbie?
Oh man,
Have
they
you
look
seen-
bad grown. Like yo, when Robbie, all right, take it from someone who played sports. I've been with the jujitsu guys. I've been with the wrestling team guys. I've been with the football guys, the soccer guys, the basketball guys. No one has abs like that, bruh, in high school. Like, bruh,
No,
like,
thank
bruh,
you. I said like
yo,
me and Mark talked about this. Robbie has a
yo,
youngish
Robbie's
face.
abs is mad on point. I'm like, yo, this dude about to be a bodybuilder.
It's cartoonish. It's
Robbie,
like shout out to him for that.
I mean,
but
it
that's
looked
too
like
much.
he done
He
had
got like
some
the
work
he got like the
done
superhero.
almost.
Like, is he about to be in Marvel or something? Like, he got the superhero abs. He got like the 12 pack. Like, bruh, he got
he's
the abs
ready.
on the side. Like,
He got the abs on the side. Like
he
he
about to be
looks
in
like
Bloodsport 2 or Bloodsport the remake or something. I don't know.
bro. He
Like,
looked like the new like if they want to get a young I don't know Clint Barton and say, hey man,
Yep.
you want me to do Hawkeye? Look, Jeremy Renner never been that cut up.
yo, you know what? He could do that. Yo, hey, don't sleep. Don't sleep, Jeremy Renner. I'll be like, yo, he the new. Once after we do whatever Doomsday or whatever, I'll be like, yo, he the new Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I mean, the new Hawkeye is the current Hawkeye, which is
But
Kate,
well,
know what I'm
sorry,
saying?
the
I
new
don't-
Clinton Barton. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. It's
'Cause
just
I like Haley. She's cool. She ain't never said no crazy stuff about.
she
black
gonna
people,
keep
so she
that
cool.
check for a long time if she want it. Like she ain't going nowhere.
Yo, homegirl in like 4 different like genre properties.
I'm just saying, if you
She's
Clint
doing
Barton,
voices in Arcane. She's doing voices in Spider-Verse. She's in MCU.
Yep.
Like, homegirl, keep them checks rolling.
get the checks rolling, and she can act. But I'm just saying, if you, there's no American. Let's just keep it a buck. There's no American white guy. Straight up, I guess he's American. So I think he's American white guy. That's like a movie star at that age, because he's like 25. That would be kind of a little bit younger than your Chalamets and your what's your name who plays Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man's career
And
ain't,
I guess Thor's little brother. I guess he's kind of, he's kind of a star.
but so it's like if you're 25 and you're in that type of shape, you are primed to all you gotta do is gotta grow a little goatee on your face, because you can't be looking baby face. Maybe you could be another, like you say, if they was to like re-image Clint Barton, he kind of has the look, because Clint has to wear skin tight suits for some reason, and with an arrow. So I'm just saying, maybe speaking into existence for that young man, because he done did some movies.
Tori looked grown. The only
Tori is
like,
grown.
even Kenny.
But-
well, I mean, yeah, they're all grown in real life.
Grown.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Tori looked grown. Kenny
Grown.
Kenny went from looking
Kenny-
like last season. Kenny looked
Kenny
like
looked
he
like
could
a
still pass
kid,
for a
man.
kid, and now
And now he's
Kenny's
8.
like,
He look his age. He's 18
Yeah.
in real life.
yeah, now
Tori
he's starting
is-
to look his age.
Tori is 26. I looked up their
Sam
ages
looking
again.
grown.
Sam is
Anthony-
Sam is the oldest on the show.
Oh, she is. Oh,
She's
well, yeah.
28.
Wow. So yeah, Sam looking grown. Like, all these people are starting to look. I'm like, yeah, you got to hurry up and like finish this. Not
You got
because
to.
I don't like it, but because y'all
They
are gonna
not-
have to say these people are in college. Like, y'all,
Bruh,
y'all are not
Sam,
gonna be able to get away with
They
high
went
school.
from kind of in high school to like she's like the young grad professor in college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
'Cause
come
it's
on,
like,
man.
It's like y'all look kind of grown.
You know who's
Like,
the
y'all
youngest?
not in high school no more.
You know who's the youngest on the show?
Who?
Dimitri of all people. He's 22.
Word? Huh? Okay. Wow.
And he's the tallest. You know what I'm saying? So,
So all right, I wanna ask if you guys have any sympathy for the Iron Dragon crew. And
no.
I didn't even
Oh,
get to
sorry.
set up. He was
My
like, no. All right, well, I guess you know what I'm
Like,
saying.
I mean,
I'll you know what
like
I'm
which
saying?
ones in the crew? Who should, for whom should we sympathize? Because they all seem like some jerk nuggets.
The guy that was getting beat up by the sensei,
I sympathize that
because he's kind of like a almost like a
A
worse
big Russian
creep.
dummy.
he doesn't have enough personality for me to care.
Ooh, that's cold.
He was like
they
like a
tried-
potato with muscles.
They tried it, but he all of a sudden also, I'm not gonna knock Sam for taking a walk with him and share stuff with it, and I get it. I ain't gonna say she led him on and all that. She didn't really do it, but she did clear the air.
She didn't, but right.
It's
She
but at the same
she
time, and I'm gonna just move on that. But I'm gonna say this: if you're a dude, fellas, when somebody say no, let it go. I don't know why he getting all mad at Miguel for like. And I love how Miguel did the like.
I didn't do anything.
Miguel looking at him and Miguel like, bruh, and he pointed at him with both hands like, what are you doing? Leave me and my lady alone. Goodbye, sir.
Like I can see where he thought she was single, because I've been in a similar situation, but I wasn't like me mugging nobody. I was just like, dag, man.
Like what you like,
I just let it go.
You ready? You just let it go. And he's just like, oh, but I get it. You in there to beat people up. So he's like, maybe if I beat him up, I feel justified. Therefore, I am. I don't know.
Maybe she'll choose me.
Now, I will say the Iron Dragons had a nice intro when, like, people took a knee and like 2 of them took on the Cobra Kai. I was like, dang. I was like, all right.
I just love how Cobra Kai just thought they just knew they had it in the bag. They just knew they was too much. Man, when they
had the lowest points.
The people had their full team. And they dropped 4 people out just so they captains can beat your 8. Beat your out.
Perfect.
I loved it. That was
it was a nice bit of humbling.
Also, how the hell they weren't even involved in that and they on the same mat at the same time? I don't understand how they pulled that visual trick. Like wait a minute, they was there the whole time, just standing while y'all taking out on each other. Stupid. How idiotic can you be? Oh, like, Cobra Kai, man. Come on, y'all.
Cobra Kai be like
I hate Daniel LaRusso
and everything.
Man, leave Patty alone. That's a Karen. Asian Karen. It's terrible.
Yeah, that Asian Karen.
Like, it's slid to the side and it's poofy up at the top. Hey, at least Patty Ward well. This boy here, I'm like his hair is taking on a character. Like, bruh, shave that down just a little bit.
Yeah, it's you doing too much. Like you doing way too much. I did want to talk about. Cause I know we going long, but there's so much of the show to talk about. I want to give a shout out to the Sekai Taikai actual, like their survival mode, like tournament style. I love it. I ain't going front. It's like y'all gonna keep fighting till y'all done. Like, yo, you can't beat that. Like straight up, I was like, this is the dopest thing. I was like, okay,
ever. The tournament is capped because there's no martial arts tournament that you use weapons in, but they're gonna let you actually hit each other with both staffs.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, you know what this tournament is? I just bought this game. I showed it to Mark. I bought River City Melee Mock. It is the tournament where you can use this bow staff and hit people, and you keep going. To your team. You actually pick a team of 5. It's just like Cobra Kai, except more ridiculous. But still, you can just fall off platforms, use a stick, and keep going and everything else. But it's just like, yeah, it's not probably realistic to real fighting. But okay, just take a bow staff.
I ain't going front. I wouldn't mind watching something like this. Now I'm like, yo, I wouldn't mind watching something like this. Going and bring in the World Warrior style and because almost every one of their, like every single one of their like events are like survival mode style. Now I know that's done narratively so that we can see everyone get their chance to fight, which I think is done. That's another thing that Cobra Kai does well. Everyone gets like a little moment to shine. But
to be honest, they had a show like this.
I like that, bro.
They had a show like this called Battle Dome, and it was also the show with the cats from Mortal Kombat actually was in a karate show just like that back in the day. You can find it. I seen it. I have to look it up, but it was like they had no, Brandon Lee wasn't in it. It was after Brandon Lee passed, but it was what's his name from Mortal Kombat who played the main character,
like Chris Casamassa and those
stuff. So it was on UPN.
I remember this. Now I'm looking at the IMDb. I remember this show.
Yeah, so they had a little storyline and a little positive message, but they had something similar. Like they can rebring it back if they wanted to, but they actually have done this. Now Cobra Kai just did a better version of it to
Yeah,
make it look like a
because this
competition.
kind of had like a sort of like American Gladiator type feel to
Yeah.
a certain degree. But
So
yeah,
it can be done.
wow.
It can possibly be done.
Yeah, I'd be down to watch
Probably
it. I'd be
not.
down to watch it.
Probably not. I'll watch it, but it ain't gonna last long. You hit
No.
somebody else with a bow staff.
I mean, take out the bow staff. I mean, just take out the bow staff.
Use maybe a pugil stick. Nah, not no, not.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that bow
you
staff
crack somebody with a bow
that
staff.
bow
You gon'
staff is hard
you
wood
hit
all the way
somebody
through.
hard with. You don't even have to hit them with that hard with a bow staff. You can break their bones. So it ain't that part was capped. And honestly, they also not gonna have you fighting two people at once. But
it would
everything
be dope.
else, like the story was compelling. It man, I was marveling at how much I like to see Chosen and Johnny and Danielson all on the same side.
Yeah, it was awesome. Them teaming up and them getting their stuff together, you know, working through their problems.
You know what?
It made me proud.
Let me
For the kids.
let me take a break. Let me take a moment since we're going characters. Chosen, you the homie, dog. First of all,
Oh, Chosen is a beast, man.
Chosen was so hilarious when he was like, "Hey, where the kids at?" He's like, "Oh, man, I'll let you go if you hit the time hard." I'm like, Chosen is out there wilding, bro. Chosen got that slim gold chain on.
Yeah,
Look,
that was his moment to say, well, see, before I knew this, I actually let them go out. Like
he had that smile, like Chosen, like
Chosen was like,
it's all
nah,
good.
look, I think we need to go another way. They're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Cobra Kai lady. They running around beating up people.
Oh,
looking for
yeah,
the
The
kids.
dragon lady.
I mean,
yo,
I don't know.
We got to
her
find
take
out
the
what her
head
name
down,
is and not
boy.
call her
Yo.
that.
yeah, let's not call her the dragon lady, but she is a dragon lady type or tiger mom, if you will. But
Chosen made her take the hair down, bro. Chosen got the style. He said,
Man.
look. He said, don't let
I'm just saying,
don't let it fool you.
she had the sand in her hair, and she did knock it off.
Look, Chosen said, don't count me out. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
just saying.
Chosen said, I still got it.
That woman ain't smiled whole last season or so, and it was a part of all. It was almost accessory to murder and kidnapping. Because you can't forget that with Terry Silver. But you know, she wasn't accessory this time, but she was accessory to assault for real though.
But see, he broke through all
made
those layers, man.
Hey man, he got her to smile, man. Like,
He broke through all those layers. He touched the heart of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, you know, I ain't saying, you know, you gotta smile if you're late. I'm just saying she do look good with a smile. I was like, all right.
Yo, because you know what I'm saying? he had to touch her heart. You know what I'm saying? He touched her. Well, I mean, he touched.
Man,
you know what I mean? Look,
he knocked the braid loose. That's what you meant to say. Anyway,
man, he
knocked the pony
she took
off.
the hair down, boy. Things changed. Look, even at the end when the brawl was going on, when she needed somebody who came to her aid.
I just like how she said,
you know what I'm
saying, Chosen, are you afraid of girls? I am not afraid of girls.
Chosen's stupid, man.
Chosen is so stupid, bro.
Hey, she a punk for that. I can't stand that. I can't stand. I'm
just saying.
Maybe we've all been in that situation. I've definitely had a woman say, what you scared of girls? No.
Who backed on?
And then have you overcompensating to prove what you already know.
She pushed his buttons, baby. She was looking at Chosen for a hot minute. She like,
yeah, you know what? She might have been peeped this style a minute ago. But like, you know what?
Like,
we out here.
You ain't with Kimiko no more.
You know what I'm saying? We out here in Barcelona. His heart done got broken. You know what I'm saying?
You attacking flowers out here?
He breaking all the pottery.
I am with Miyagi Do.
I've also been in a situation where your boy is like straight wrecking shop, and you're like, I'm so sorry, guys. Don't mind him. Matter of fact, all right, real quick.
He's having a rough day.
I had a homie. We used to call him Krillin. He was short.
Wow.
He was short, but when he got drunk, like you know how there's different types of drunks. Krillin is the type of drunk that he gets drunk and he wants to find the biggest person in the party and pick a fight with him. So I've literally been like, hey, you know what? He's stupid and he don't mind him. He's done. We're gonna leave right now. Like, cause it's like, bruh, You're like 4 foot, what, 8? Stop it. All right, sit down.
So he was pulling a
Like,
Mark Dub out here.
oh,
Yeah, he was pulling the mark up.
Dang, Mark didn't
Look,
even deny it.
I was letting Mike go finish the story, but I was like, yeah, that all sounds like familiar territory.
oh, really?
Wow. Dang.
Oh man, but yeah, man, man, I miss Krillin, but he, if he got drunk, it was not good. Like I prefer my drunks. Like my other homie, he's gone too, but my other homie, he would just drink and like sit down and chill. He would babysit a whiskey for like the next couple hours. He would just sit
Shout
down and
out
chill.
to my brother. Rest in peace to my brother. Sometimes he was a miserable drunk or okay drunk. Sometimes he was the happiest drunk in the world. And that's when he'll be completely honest. And it's like, whatever you drinking, drink that.
Yeah.
Like, just let's stay in that lane. It's
The
like,
funny thing
all
is, I
right,
know that drunk too. Shouts to the homie Elliot. He'd be like, he get drunk. And he'd say, you know what? We're friends. We're better than friends. We're brothers, and I love all of you. You'd be like, yeah, we love you too. We love you too, Elliot. We really do. Just it's cool. Like we know
This
you
almost
love us,
sounds
and we
like
love you
Mark
too,
Dub
man.
territory. What is going on?
It's like we love you and you love us too. We got it.
when Keith Cooper drinks, I'm just like, huh? I'm like, huh?
Huh?
Like,
I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm back.
I'm off in the corner, man. I'm just like, or I'm either that or I just know when I had to give up Red Bull and vodka. That's when I was
That
starting to
is
get
that is a
that,
sounds like a crazy concoction.
that is a precursor to coke and crack, y'all. I'm just being honest. I had to stop, and I was young enough.
That sounds like
Stop.
something that you should not put together.
You
No.
shouldn't. It's
Oh,
a drink that has
bruh.
gone out of style. Thank God.
That-
It's not really in
I,
vogue
I
for
had
us.
I had
30 plus.
I had
40
Red
plus.
Bull and vodka, man. The last time I had Red Bull and vodka, I was at like a little gathering with coworkers, and yeah, I might have said tonight I shall fight for my love,
Mark.
and pulled a young lady off of another gentleman's lap, and
Last time I was
I pulled her up like he had offended her, and he hadn't. She wanted to be there, so it wasn't good.
Had a Red Bull and vodka when Boosie just went nationwide, and they had that party at downtown at the casino. And shout out to our homie Donnie. My eyes felt big as saucers. I think he said they were closed. So I had an exact opposite feeling, and I was yelling on the side of his face. And they actually had a Cobra Kai moment in the parking lot at this stupid Boosie party. One of them, like the security guards and people had to spray each other, was fighting in the parking lot. I think I waited till they all beat each other up. I hung to the side and I walked in my car and got off.
Wow.
And also at the same place, I had vodka. My wife had to drive me home. We went out with friends. I was like, baby, I'll be honest, I ain't driving. I'm like, I ain't driving.
Nah, I can't do this.
Nah, yo, don't let me do this. So don't do Red Bull and vodka, kids. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Nah.
It's
bad for
it's
you.
not. Of all the bad combos, it's a pretty bad one.
Yeah.
It never went the way I thought it was gonna go.
It
Famous
goes.
last word.
It never goes the same way. Either you start out, you can get all of the above. You can start out low, then you shoot high, which is really the worst, I think. Or you can shoot out high, then you crash, or you can get all of the above in layers. You don't know, and then if you don't want your heart to have pre-palpitations, don't do it. It is.
Oh man.
It is a precursor to coke. I'm telling you.
Oh man. So I'll throw it because we've been on. I'll say this real quick, and then we can go into final thoughts. But I'll say this real quick. The show as a whole, one thing I love about this show, even though this is our karate soap opera, the soap opera works great. We love these characters. We hate these characters. But what brings the other side is these fight scenes are very well done.
Yeah.
For a lot of people that are not actual practitioners, these fight scenes are extremely well done. The way they're shot,
Super
you
well
can see the people.
choreographed, bro.
Yeah, you can see the people fighting. Like it's not like 100 quick cuts where you don't know.
Except for his crease.
Oh yeah.
Let me say this too. To
Oh,
add on to what
Look,
Mike
man.
said, because like you said, Mike, these kids, these actors, they're not practitioners,
No.
but they have all gotten in pretty good shape
Yep.
to even be able to pull off these moves. Like some of the moves they're pulling off are complexes.
And they're doing them fast too.
You know what?
heck of good fight
Bruh.
choreography, and I don't think they doing a whole lot of camera tricks. A lot of it they are like
It-
Kenny
it's-
Kid.
What you
It-
said,
who
Mark.
made the point last season, and I've agreed. Kenny should be Miles, man, before he
I think he
outgrows
should.
it.
Yeah, he should be. He should definitely get a chance to
Kenny
read
should
for
be
it.
live action Miles. He looks
He's-
like he could be a Puerto Rican and black kid. He's got the physicality, which
Mhm.
is important because
He can flip. I guess he can do flips. So
Yep.
yeah,
he's
and
fast.
you know that was for Tom for
Tom
Spider-Man,
Holland.
man.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, he came into the role being able to he went and got himself in remarkable shape and was able to flip and do these moves, which I mean they were like, oh well, you know, we were gonna use CGI, but since you're here,
You know, that it makes the CGI easier to track without having to
Yep.
flip you and steal.
Because
You
now
just-
we can put these the little nodes around you, have you do some flips, and we can save that, and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, we can put it in.
Get your
So
actual
it's your
body.
actual
moments.
body, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, even Dimitri is like swole, kind of low
Yep.
key, and he used to be like all gangly.
Hey,
He's
bro.
like more straight up, brolic
he
now.
was a
you know?
he was a gangly, nerdy looking kid. And like you can tell some of these kids, I say these kids, but some of these actors have really worked on their bodies. Some of them have learned at least some good fight choreography. But I mean, like I'm looking at Zolo throwing punches. He's really rotating his hip when he throws a hook.
Yep.
That's great fight
I mean,
choreography.
shoot, even the girl,
they're
even
learning.
the Queen Zara girl that's supposed to be like the TikTok lady.
I'm gonna
Like,
be
when
honest.
she's throwing those kicks, she's fast.
She looked like she can hurt people for real. She looked like she actually is a practitioner, somewhat.
Yeah, you know what she
And-
might be,
and-
but because her kicks were, I was like, these kicks are kind of fast. Like
Yeah.
she's got some speed. Because
Yeah,
I know a lot of people see like the kind of like the spinning round, the spinning back kick or something like that. Like we talked about this when we were talking about what is it, viral hit. There's some people that are out there fast enough to pull that bad boy out, where you're like,
Bro.
hold up, how did he turn all the way around
Yo,
and still kick me before I
John
noticed?
Jones last weekend just like he just beat like Stipe Miocic with that same spinning reverse kick.
Man, look.
Like he hit him in the liver, folded him up like paper mache. Like it is a real thing.
Yeah, like especially if you set it up right and stuff. Like so, the fights on this, they're top quality. I like, especially when there's brawls, you can look throughout the people like in the background. No one's like kind of just like going soft because hey, I'm just an extra. Everybody
They be going hard. They actually be
Yeah.
really fighting.
and that's a testament to what helps like support this show.
Can I
Because
say
if
this?
the fights were corny, we probably wouldn't stick around. But
I-
the fights are actually solid.
It
Right.
hurts me not to see the dude with the braids from Cobra Kai or whatever, Miyagi Do, not in the back, beating up people. Oh, shout out to him, man. Like he
He had a
could've
full beard last season. I'm like,
they should have
bruh.
flew him in just so he can be in the background.
Hey,
Like, oh
hey,
yeah.
he looked like the modern version of Eddie Winslow. No Diddy. Eddie Winslow in
Oh,
the Geek
man.
in karate pants.
He even had, look, he be standing like Crease too. He be putting he be holding his belt like I'm ready. Show me somebody to hit. I ain't got no
Yo,
lines.
man. So it's a trip, man. Like how good this is. It just helps it. You know what I'm saying? It just helps support the show in general. Like being able to see the fighters, being able to see them actually fight and watch them move together. It's
Now,
much
I'll
appreciated.
tell you, when they doing the flying, spinning, flip kicks, That's so unpractical in the fight. They
Oh
will.
yeah, yeah,
No one
Yeah.
will ever tell you to attempt that because Lord, if you miss,
yeah.
you
Now,
go
like
you
if
gonna
you
get
land it,
killed.
you're like the king. But man, that's high risk, super high risk to try to do a jump
Super
kick.
duper high risk.
It's like playing karate champ, and I'm trying to flip behind you, and then I just beat you. Then you beat me with the little front kick.
Yeah,
Like, boop.
it's like, oh, so you mean all you needed was a simple kick to the knee? That's it. You didn't have, yo, man. On the real, like now, people don't do this unless someone's really trying to hurt you. But you put that foot in front of that knee, it's going to be a bad day for them. Like,
Hey,
because the whole weight of their body, you don't even have to really do much. The whole weight of their body is going towards you. So you put that foot in the front of that knee, it's
You
not going to
put
be a good day.
you put your weight on my knees right now. I'm gonna go I'm gonna be like I'm gonna come keep David in Dead Presidents. I'm gonna have to shoot you. I don't even have a gun, but one is gonna materialize. Do not touch my knees. Just don't do it.
Yo, man. But yeah, this show is awesome. But I'm gonna throw a Mark Dub, hit us with some final thoughts and where can they find you?
you know what, man? I said earlier, is Cobra Kai at times cheesy? Yes, it's cheesy as a foot full of toe jam.
Mm.
But it hits the nostalgia buttons for our age group. The fight scenes, I mean, they are really well choreographed. And I am impressed when I see actors go and actually get in shape and learn how to fight. Like I'm looking at these kids, they're all it's all in the hips. Everything, all your power comes from rotating your hips. With punches, kicks, you use your whole body, and they all do it. So I'm like, they are really well trained. It's been good. I like seeing Terry Silver get jacked up anytime he does. I like Kenny. I'm glad I like he came back in spite of the teasing. Even Anthony's character found a little redemption this season. Took him a while, but he grew up. So I mean, Cobra Kai is good it's still very good at making you care about all the characters, even the bad ones, even the fence straddlers, even Tori and
Oh boy.
Robbie at one time, and Creasy. Like even the Dragon Lady hooked up with Chosen. That's one of my favorite parts. Like this season has been great.
It's like, go ahead, Chosen. I felt good about that. I was like, go on, Chosen.
Chosen needed that, boy. He needed that, man.
Yeah, Chosen was looking lost in the world. Chosen found a spark.
That's right.
A nice spark. And she a dog with them hands. Y'all, I'm Mark Dub on IG. I am for the time being Mark Dub on X Twitter, but I am soon making my exodus because
reasons.
Because of Elon Musk. Hell, I ain't scared to say it. I poke him I hit him in the eyes with the snake fingers if I ever met him. Hit him with a throat chop.
Do him like what's his name? Cat say I'll punch him in his gut.
Oh.
Hey, for real, man. Look,
right here.
He messing everything up. So I too shall be leaving for bluer skies. Ain't no coded language. I'm gonna be setting up my Blue Sky account soon, and I'll probably be Mark Dub or some variation of Mark Dub there. And I'm Mark Dub in real life. That's why I know I'll be Mark Dub there. So look for the dub. Like I always say, search Mark Dub on IG. Look for the cute one, and then pick the dude underneath. That's me.
Oh boy. All right, Coop. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts, man. Just to touch on Kreese real quick. I enjoy Kreese. Hey, shout out to Mark, to the actor. He's a
great villain, bro.
Man, he owns that. He owns it. I'm just gonna when I get older, I'm gonna put my hands on my shirt and I'm just gonna walk around like I'm 20 feet tall and pull out random knives and be like, ha, look at this.
Your
Be like,
homie was literally about to kill that dude.
man, just I mean, shout out to Kreese. It just antagonizing Daniel. I kind of did mind it this time because Daniel did finally break me down and got on my nerves this year. I'm sorry. Just this time, I'm like, I need Daniel to get it together the final part. Johnny was cool. Zolo doing his thing. Robbie's a terrible captain. My God, I wish Miguel would have just ripped the headband from him and said, "Give me that. I'm the captain now." But I guess you couldn't do it. Shout out to the legend of Miyagi. You just don't know what people are. Leave their paths alone. Let them grow and change. Sometimes.
You know what? As I was trying to connect earlier, I heard y'all talking, but I couldn't get my phone was no, it was my Android audio. I had to turn it off in the car.
Yeah, man.
And once I did,
I know.
So, but yeah, man. Like I heard you saying, please let the ghost of Miyagi rest. Man. Could you please? Yeah, like it's Miyagi though.
Let y'all. You teaching it. Let them ghosts die. Daniel was the loser of this season, of this mini part. Johnny is kind of the winner because Johnny's evolving, and he actually like, hey, bro, I need you. Like, I can't teach this without you. Yo, like your balance helps the fire in, and I'm doing this. But just shout out to Johnny how he handled Delvin. He's like, hey, you're gonna come clean. I'm gonna let you choose how to come clean. It's like, but hey, don't worry about that now. We're trying to compete. And it's like he was a good, almost like a play game manager quarterback, and then you need the inspirational coach to come back in and build this up together. So they need each other. And unfortunately, I can't blame Miss LaRusso. She'd be like, look, y'all, this is it for this karate. This is it, bro. I'm divorcing you. All right? This is where she got to have that talk with Daniel's son. Like, they might play it up and be like, oh, they come back, ha, ha, ha. I don't think you can when somebody died. He almost died. She saw this on TV. It's like, it's it, Daniel. If you don't drop this karate-ish and get this dojo out of our life, it's over. I'm telling you, like, I think a lot of us need that conversation to be said. Because that was always a running joke and all that. So I don't know, man. But overall, I'm just pleased with everybody. I'm going to miss these dumb kids, when they're gone. I hope a lot of them are going on to bigger and better things. And movies that I would love to see or shows.
Blue Beetle, Zolo. Shout out to Zolo, the Blue Beetle.
True.
Yeah. Okay. Love to see him in Justice League movie. But yeah. Just love to see these things. I don't know. Robbie gonna be in something.
Blue Beetle 2 gonna be lit. when they do Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, it's gonna be lit.
I hope so, cause James Gunn. I don't know if he know what he want to do, but
if you think James, let that go. All right, we'll see. I hope Mike, that must be they made a lot of money for Superman.
I am not. I'm not a fan of some of Gunn's decisions. But I mean, man, I did not care about a Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and he knocked that sucker out the park. He also knocked out friggin' the Suicide Squad movie was hype. He knocked that dang Guardians of the Galaxy out the park. When he's been good. He's been very good. So
he's been pretty good, but
I think he's gonna be fine. Creatures
have,
Commandos look like it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna move on from that. I just hope that Zolo do get to continue.
You don't think Creature Commandos gonna look good?
I don't care until I see it. I'm just not putting no stock in it right now.
Oh, I forgot you're a DC hater. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah,
I'm not a DC hater. I just don't care. I just don't care
Mike,
until until it happens.
What was you saying, Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking.
Finish up.
I was talking.
Finish up.
What was you saying, Mike? Ain't nobody worried about
Yeah, I was
DC hater
talking.
number one.
I was talking Wless.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I think you
like I
said
was
enough.
like I was saying before we went down this DC loving tangent, which we already had one earlier. Anyway. Look, I just love. I'm gonna miss this
Which
show.
is probably why you such a anyway.
I'm going to miss this
You sound
show.
bad as Lil Wayne about the Super Bowl.
I'm going to miss
Get
this
over
show.
it.
I'm going to miss this show when it's gone, and it won't. I don't think there'll be anything to fill its void anytime soon. So, yeah, it's a good time, man. Y'all, if I haven't watched it, check it out. Shout out to your boy Roshi. I love watching their rewatches of it. So I'll watch it, and I've just been watching them talk about it and stuff and laughing. You know, I think every black person should watch Cobra Kai with other black people. It should be like, it's quality, it's high quality humor. It just is. It's good, man. So, man, you can find me not worried about Creatures Commandos at Keith Cooper, Blerd-ish on IG. Eventually, Blue Sky coming eventually. I think, because I got to decide if I'm going to deactivate or not. Of course, Keith Cooper on Facebook, Blerd-ish on the Facebook page. Of course, catch us the Blerd-ish podcast on several podcast formats. You know, of course, we share things with Mike, but we do other things as well. Check our other episodes, our Penguin review that's up, other things. Of course, follow us to know where I'm going to be at for different pop-ups. I'm getting close to the end of the year. I have an anime
I'm gonna make Coop's Blue Sky page. It's gonna be called DC Hater.
Well, it'll just be called DC Hater.
Yeah, that would be it.
Oh boy.
DC
Okay.
Hater. That'd be you.
Anyway, I will be at Anime Night on December the 3rd in Baton Rouge at Tap 65. You know, for the time being. I pay. If y'all know me, y'all know. Shout out to them. You know, and shout out to organized businesses. It's always good.
Let's get off of this.
But shout out.
We gotta wait until that date actually passes.
I'm already paid, son. I'm good. He ain't listening.
You know how people get.
And if they hear it, then they hear it. I'll stand by them statements. But December 7th, I will be at the NOLA Book Fair. If you're in New Orleans, I'll be back there, folks. It's probably be my last official event for December and the year. And this again, I'll just give a shout out to everybody who has supported through this year. So of course, I will be giving you props again later this year. But so far, so good. Going through all the changes and a lot of stuff kicking off in February, and we'll talk about that later.
Word up. Well, final thoughts for me. I've loved this show since I first started watching it. I can't wait to see how it ends. And I'm going to put this out into the Hollywood atmosphere. We still have Last Dragon, y'all. I don't know who got the rights to it. Now, I know it's a little different because, of course, Show Enough is not with us no more. But that does not mean, just because one person has passed, does not mean that we cannot do anything. We do have the Last Dragon. Whoever got the rights, yo, man, a show would be dope.
Kenny could be the new Time Mac. See, you know.
Yep.
Because you gotta go young.
He already got hands. Yeah, man.
He could be the new Bruce Leroy.
Tay Mac could be teaching the new teaching Kenny.
Well, let's face it. You got to change the name Bruce Leroy, because then all the people who voted against folks gonna be crying that it's DEI and they don't like it. So he might have to have a change.
Just let him cry.
That's his. Yeah, let him cry.
Yeah, that's his name. They just gonna have to cry about that.
It is Bruce Leroy, but screw him. Oh well.
Let him cry.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Last Dragon. You know what I'm saying? The Legend of Bruce Leroy or something like that. And
bro, that would be
boom. There you go.
That would be such.
I'm just saying it's right there for Kenny.
Quick aside. A couple of weeks, because my son, I felt like I wasn't being a good father. My son had made it 21 years and had never seen the Last Dragon.
Yeah, shame on you.
Yeah, we fixed that. We fixed that, and he watched it. And he immediately said after, because I was so hyped. I was like, son, when we watch this, I was like, look, there's gonna be some parts of it that's a little cheesy. I was like, it was shot in the 80s. I said, but there was so much of it that was just so good. It hit all them spots, all the right spots, pressed all the buttons at the same time. And he watched it, he's like, Dad, I got it. I get it. I get why it was so special to y'all. And it was good to me that he understood it. Because I some stuff, 80s cheese might be too much for this new generation. But nah, he was like, nah, I get it. He was like,
I'm just glad we didn't get a not a Bruce Lee, a Chris Brown version. That was always rumored.
Oh, really?
I'm glad it never happened. I mean, he pretty much shot that in the, like, whoever had the rights, it was always kicked around. But yeah, he shot that. He shot it down himself because of his behavior. Yeah, he's too old.
I'll be honest, man. That property, especially the way this is done, that property is ripe for picking up. You know what I'm saying? Picking up and continuing on. You know.
But then again, can you?
I think that's such a good idea, Mike.
Would it still be in Harlem with all the gentrification?
Yeah, you can still do it in Harlem. You can still do it in Harlem. I mean, even though there is gentrification, doesn't mean, that you could basically have a storyline similar, like a background storyline or a C plot, basically like
but you know what?
Girl with LES.
Hey, that's right. You could
get the guy that played that guy. He was in Roll Balance. He was the bad guy in Roll Balance. He could be the new Shogun of Harlem.
Oh.
He could. Because he would be, I guess, talking about, I forgot his name. I know he's talking about. No. Talking about Sweetness.
Yes.
Just Sweetness. Jonathan, what's his name? I mean,
he got the look, bro.
He got the look. I guess it's crazy because it's like everybody in the 80s look older than what they were. But I think I guess he could do it. Would he do it? I don't know. But then again, what else is he doing right now? He got the look.
Yeah, he definitely got the look. I think, what was his name? Wesley Jonathan.
Yeah,
because he was on City Guys back in the day. Shouts to City Guys. People forgot about that.
I remember City Guys.
Yeah, and he got some chops.
He got some other stuff.
He got some chops. I think he could have pulled it off because I would almost bet dollars to donuts. Some of his portrayal of Sweetness was based on Shogun of Harlem.
You could definitely see that parallel line and kind of like the arrogance, the kind of, you could definitely make a parallel line with that. I mean
he had the curly hair for a lot of his life. Mm-hmm. He had the look. So you just slide it to the side, part it, put the glasses on.
For Kenny, there's a lot of similarity between kung fu and karate, and also or karate, or I mean, especially depending on whose story you listen to on the creation of karate. Like that it was kind of brought over through traveling monks and stuff, and then it was kind of like changed and modified and then became karate over in Japan. So I mean, look, a lot of the moves are similar. He can switch over to kung fu quick. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Wesley Jonathan. Let's make it happen.
A lot of stuff in Asia came from China because they're the oldest country, and then, like you say, it became something else. And then they changed the philosophy to more open hand, as they call it, and all that. So
Michael Jai White was talking about how there were someone asked him about the most skilled martial arts actors, and he said without question, Jet Li. He said because Jet Li went to like the #1 school and has learned, like the school that he went to. They learn everything. It's a performing arts school for kids that are going to be martial arts movies.
Wow.
And he was saying that Jet Li has been in that school since he was a child. He's been learning martial arts probably since he was like 4. And said Jet Li probably is one of the most skilled practitioners of the martial arts and movies ever. But It was a real good clip. I'm gonna see if I can find it and send it to you guys. Ironically, I found it on Twitter.
But yeah, man, I'd say give me that. But besides that, y'all know the deal. NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time, thank you for coming through. Go in and like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And we'll see y'all talking about what we're going to talk about doing this week. And we're going to talk about other stuff. But anyway, get your happy Thanksgiving on. Look, have a good time with your family. And don't start no arguments. Just you know what I'm saying? Have a good time. And I don't know, eat a little bit of cake, not a lot. All right, just a little bit.
Man,
Don't
grab
go
all
crazy.
the cake, all the chicken legs, and then fight at the table. And then drink a big bottle of diarrhea or whatever.
Oh, don't do that, please.
Oh,
Look,
man.
when he did that, my heart sunk. I was like, oh, he gonna have such a hard time.
He tore that
Such a
car
hard-
up. He tore that car up.
Anyway, from us to you, we're just saying peace.
Peace.